It's kind of been, it's been a little bit of an arc, but I think we're all, I guess, speak for all us, we're happy it's done, it's out, and it came out the way it did.
Yeah. Happy, relieved, you know what I'm saying? Took a while. Glad it's done. Glad people are feeling it, Well, I told everybody when I was doing shows, like, just get ready because you're not going to like it. You're going to hate on me. There's like, no, we're not. No, we're not. I'm like, yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're going to hate on me. You're going to be like, nah, the first one was better. No matter what I do, you're going to say the first one is better. No, we're not going to do that. Nah, yes, you are. Yes, you are. I don't know, but I'll tell you like this. If you go into it with an open mind and you're not putting your expectations so super high, you might actually enjoy it. So, I just set it up like that. Really, it was just, that's
psychologically kung fu to everybody,
basically.
And now they like the second album.
Like, I'm already ready if you hate on me. You know what I'm saying?
This is like, to me, it's like the first one was Star Wars. This is Empire Strikes Back. That's how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
The first time we were trying stuff for the very first time on the first one.
No, yeah.
No,
to be honest, though, I think we all work to the highest capacity every time we can, our own highest capacity.
Definitely.
So there's nothing to be ashamed of. You don't like it? Fuck you guys.
Yeah, basically. He said it pretty, you know what I mean? We know we did a good job, so, I wasn't really worried about that. I kind of figured that people would like it. And I kept fans in mind when I was doing it, you know what I mean? So when I was writing, I kind of kept it. There was a few times in the writing process where I kind of felt like, okay, let me bring it back a little bit. I don't want to go too far from what people are used to. I want to make it new, but I didn't want to make it so new that people that liked the first one wouldn't like this one, you know what I mean? So I tried to keep it, relevant in the family, so to speak, So, yeah, I wasn't worried about it, really.
You know what, man? We're not going to do the third one, or we are going to do the third one. Whatever happens, happens. Because, be honest, this is a lot of work, right? And, we took 13 years between the first one. So, we could do another one in 13 years, maybe not. You know what I mean? But the thing is ultimately, I love working with Eric, love working with Del, and something, we might do something totally different. Who knows? You know what I mean? It's we might make an easy listening record. I've always kind of wanted to do that,
People are never satisfied. But you know what? Like he said, we enjoy working together. So really, you could pretty much figure whatever we put our heads together and do, you're probably going to like it. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's probably going to be an event because, that energy just comes across when we work together. There's all kind of concepts, you know what I mean? Just something, but I feel like whatever it was, if I'm writing it, it'd probably be something, some kind of point to it, you know what I mean? I'll probably have something. I don't want to say that.
No, but you'll have something.
Pointing it to say, you know what I mean? Something that's meaningful, you know what I'm saying? Even if it was like complete fun, somewhere in there it's going to have something that has a deeper meaning,
And to be honest, if you ask me today, like you go, okay, you're going in to do this Deltron record tomorrow, right? You ask me what is it going to be about? I think the first thing that comes to my mind today, which doesn't mean it would ever happen, but today would be like the first song, the whole fucking world blows up, and the next song we're on the beach.
That's hella funny.
All right, so you talk a lot on event too about how things kind of used to be better back in the day, how things have changed.
We're talking about nostalgia. I think everyone can relate with nostalgia from like your grandfather to us even, where like people like to look back on the stuff, but in a way it's the juxtaposition of the condition of man. Like everything's always rough where you are. Everything's always been better. Everything always felt better back then. So it's not so much it's a topic. I mean, it's a topic, but it's not so much it's the topic as much as it's part of how people, when you're looking at the future, you want to look at the past, you want to remember, you want to reminisce, and all these kind of things. And that's just part of the whole fabric of how the idea gets expressed, I think.
And people seem to have a hard time dealing with the present, so they're always looking towards the future or they're always looking back at things. But really, you're here now, and that's really what you're dealing with. So, me personally, I just try to focus on the moment at hand and feel good about that. And honestly, it kind of helps as time passes, like stress level or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, if you're comfortable where you are, you'll probably be able to do a lot more instead of holding yourself back thinking about the past or setting yourself up for too many things in the future because you don't know what's coming in the future. So, but nostalgia has something to do with that, you know what I mean? Or the grass is greener on the other side, however you want to put it,
The grass is always greener, right? You know? The grass is greener in the 3000s to 3040s. You know, it's green.
Till you get there. Then you're like, oh, okay, well, maybe it wasn't. Hip-hop, well, hip-hop hasn't changed, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, those that still practice it or are into it, it's still what it is. You know what I mean? There's some people that's serious about it. But as far as, like, the general public, it's not like an awareness of it like it used to be. You know what I mean? Like, what the rap music that's put out ain't really based on hip-hop. You know what I mean? It's that far away from the source, you know what I mean? It's years and years past that. I mean, it's still a part of it, obviously, like the blues is still a part of everything we doing, no matter how minuscule or no matter how mutated it might seem from the blues, it's still there. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be able to have all this type of music if it wasn't for the blues. So it's the same thing. I look at hip-hop like our generation's blues, you know what I mean? Like the rough starting point that's so malleable, you could base anything else with that and then come up with something new and exciting. You know what I mean? So it's still there, but you know.
It's also different because hip-hop as a music form is not a music form. Hip-hop is a culture.
Yeah.
And so if you go back to the origins of hip-hop, you also got to include graffiti, breakdancing, DJ, and all that stuff to make up what is a b-boy or hip-hop. Now, rap music is a whole other thing, which is I would say another branch off that tree.
Right.
And both of them are valid, and both of them have the same roots, but they go from a different place. And like what we do, for example, I mean, he rhymes, so I guess it's rap music. It's hip hop because we have all the older combinations, but it's rock and roll because we use instrumentation stuff where it's like scoring and classical. I mean, it's not. See, hip hop in terms of culture is different than rap records in terms of today, and that applies for the rap records around 2000 as well. If you go back another 5-10 years, then you might be talking about hip hop in culture terms.
Right. I will say that the level of complexity as far as the lyrics is concerned, I feel like it would be better suited for a medium like that, where they have a little bit more room for you to add detail like that, because music, you like competing with the music, you know what I mean? And you don't have that much of a time frame to say what you're going to say, you know what I mean? So it's a different type of art form, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I think it's suited for something like a comic book or whatever, a cartoon or a series or a movie or whatever, you know, even a novel, you know what I mean, would give you more space than a musical project would. Not saying that those things are better than music, like
it's a different format.
It's a different format, yeah.
And you know what? It would be really funny if we did the next thing and it was a novel. There was no music. That would be kind of awesome. A murder mystery.
But see, I would always want to have some kind of music attached to it somehow. You know what I'm saying? So that's my lane. Like I love working. with music.
I think we all come from music, but you know, we'll have the murder mystery where who killed Koala.
I just want to thank all the fans out there, you know, for supporting us, showing us the love. You know what I mean? It was a lot of work, but we did it for y'all, man. So I'm glad that y'all like it. That's about it. Peace. Yo, this is Del, the Funky Homo Sapien.
It's Kid Koala.
This is Dan, the Automator.
We're Deltron 3030, and y'all are watching
NEHip-Hop.com.